It was pretty red last night.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed.
This is like, I bet this episode is their highest viewed episode that they have ever and will ever have. Everybody was probably waiting for this.
I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could.
They can't stop.
It had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
I'm obviously very disappointed. I'm very sad. I have no regrets. I worked hard as hell to elect the first Black Asian woman president. History slipped through our fingers again, and I make a commitment to our LGBTQ, to our immigrants, to our elderly, to our young girls, to the women that
they can't stop.
We will not stop fighting.
Why should they stop? Because it's working less and less every single time. Identity politics do work, but they also work in an opposite way. They will alienate the people that, you know, are the opposite identity.
Well, it would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
It's not going to get any better with Elon Musk now in the administration.
Now they want to regulate social media. Do you remember what I said? They don't want fairness, they want control.
Can we not let Fox News off the hook, please?
I don't understand.
And
Fox News.
And all the fake news that's been going out there. You know, one of the things that we need...
How are you talking about fake news whenever all y'all thought that you were going to win? If you thought you were going to win, what does that make what you were reading?
You know, kids in... I brought this up before, I'm going to bring it up again. In Finland, kids in nursery school are learning to discern between fake news and real news. Yeah. They should be teaching that in this country.
If they did that, no one would watch your show.
Well, I want to dig further into the demographics, because Black women tried to save this country again last night. 92% of Black women voted for the vice president. You have Latinas in the 70 percentile voting for the vice president. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52% for Donald Trump, uneducated white women. You have Latino men, actually.
They just can't stop talking about identity. It is insane.
And Black men was not the story. We're not the story here, because they voted almost 80% for the vice president.
Right.
So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms? And why do you think Latino men voted in favor of someone that's going to deport, says he's going to deport?
What's insane about this? People expect that there is this implication that if you're Latino, you have some sort of obligation to vote for illegal immigrants or for some sort of immigration policy. But they're not Latino, they're Americans. They're going to have their best interests in mind and the best interest of the country that they live in. That's a Mexican, so he should be okay with immigration because where'd he come from? That's basically what they're saying. It's insane. It's so on the nose racist that I'm astonished that this has become the mainstream platform.
They say, oh, she should have done this, she should have done this. She did what she did. She was everywhere. She talked to everybody, and people didn't come out. I don't know why. He's now the president. I'm still not going to say his name. That's not going to change.